For the removal process, you will need a bowl, some rice, 100% pure acetone, a bag, a piece of paper towel, and some oil. Adding the rice to the bowl, you're going to heat this up for about 2 minutes, and this will keep the rice warm throughout the entire removal process. To the bag, you're going to add the acetone and the oil. I'm sure you could use really any oil. I've used coconut oil before, or olive oil works just as well. No joke, this is a game changer. I've done the removal process with the tinfoil and it takes forever. It's by far the worst part. All you need to do for this method is rub it off, and less than 10 minutes later, it is gone. A friend shared this with me and I am so happy to share this with you. I have noticed that it is very important to prep your nails right and to take care of your cuticles, because it just helps with the longevity of your dip polish. So I use a cuticle oil, I push them back, and then I get rid of any that are just too much. I spend time cutting them down, shaping them, and I usually scrape the top of my nail. I don't do it too much, but I think that gives the dip a little bit better hold. The initial brand that I bought, and is still my favorite, is Dipwell. So I bought a starter kit and it comes with all 5 of the liquids. It came with a base and finish powder, a French white, and then a sheer pink. Also came with a pamphlet, super straightforward, very easy to use. The first step is 1 coat of Bond. This isn't like a polish, it's basically a drying agent. It's used as the foundation. It helps for all the dip powders to adhere to it, and it removes surface oil. Step number 2, you're going to go through with the base liquid and dip each finger individually into the base powder. Step 3, you are going to use that same base liquid with your color of choice. And you're going to do this step about 2 to 3 times. And the first time I apply, you'll notice I don't get all the way to my cuticle. It's to prevent it being really thick towards your cuticle. By the time you finish all 10 fingers, your other hand that you started with will be dry. So it's very important that you take a brush, I use an old makeup brush, and dust off the residue of the powder before you reapply each coat. If you notice the top of that liquid is broken off, that's because when you put it away, a helpful tip would be to make sure you clean it and don't screw it on so tight. Next is the activator. And just like the name, this is what activates your dip powder to harden and seal in the color after you used your base. Give yourself a solid 5 minutes for that to set, and then I go ham. I use the buffer that was given to me in the kit, and I smooth out the top. I take the coarse part of the nail file and I smooth anything else down, or if it's too thick in certain areas, I thin it out with a coarse nail file, and then I shape my nails. Once you're satisfied with your shape, what I didn't film is you wash your hands, take a little rubbing alcohol on a paper towel, and wipe down each nail before you add your second coat of activator. Make sure you let it rest for another 5 minutes before you add on your final step. The final step, you are going to apply this sealer, which is going to give it that glossy shine, and you will apply this twice. Just give it a little bit of rest time in between for it to dry. The fifth liquid in the kit is a brush softener. It is very common that you'll need to use this because your brush tends to get a little bit stiff when you're applying your final coat, so you just exchange it out and it works as good as new. This manicure will at the very least last you 2 weeks. I've had some that lasted me 3.5 weeks, but it just depends on the color. I hope this motivates someone to try this at home. If you have any other questions, put them in the comments down below, and please subscribe if you want to see more videos.